and welcome back to Find by Design podcast. I'm your host, Janna Short. And today I'm really excited to have Melanie Mansel with us, also known as Nurse Mel. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to have you here today. I feel like we've become fast friends after our little brief meeting a few months ago.
hmm
So I want to dive into all the incredible things you do. One of my favorite things, Melanie, that really fascinated about you is your heart to give back. And I met you because you gave me something. And I was shocked when you told me on another podcast that you hadn't gifted anybody. And so I guess it was meant to be. Like you have such a kind heart.
Well, like I was telling you, there was just something about you. I don't know what it was. I was just like, I need to give this lady everything I own.
Well, it definitely opened a door for us to do so much together. Like I'm hoping to publish your book, the cookbook that you're coming out with. I'm hoping to have that honor. But I want to talk a little bit about your telehealth. I know you're really passionate about telehealth, and I'm going to get into it when I explain a little bit, or you explain a little bit about what your telehealth is all about.
Oh, where do you want me to start on the telehealth?
Tell us a little bit about what that even means, because I don't want people to think if they have the cold or flu, they're going to call this.
Oh,
So I want them to understand this incredible program that you've set up with your telehealth.
so it's more about preventative medicine and feeling better medicine. It's prescriptions that we've all heard of, like the GLP-1s, the NAD injections that are really popular now. Glutathione, which is a big antioxidant, B12, methylated B12. There's a big part of the population that cannot absorb B12 and they need it to be methylated. They have a genetic mutation. We have prescription strength skincare, hair restoration prescriptions, retin-A, so many things. Sexual health, PT 141 is FDA approved for women's hypo desire. A lot of women have told me it's saved their marriage. I really like that one. But we'll be adding things all the time. I want to have red light therapy masks and microneedling that you can do at home. So I'm just going to be adding to it. And we'll be adding like videos and diets and just all kinds of things.
The reason I loved your program so much better than so many others is that you've opened it up to just anyone to participate and be able to earn an income while they're doing that. Before I get into that opportunity for other people, I want to talk a little bit about the story behind why it was so important for you to create a space where women or men can come in and create an income and build a business of their own.
I know I feel bad about our men because I always talk about the women and how women have my heart. But of course, we want men and we do have men. So, men, we love you too. But women, particularly, are a little held back in the area of making money just because of child rearing and just the way our society is set up, to be honest. So I've always wanted to just think of a way to help women become independent. My mom was a single mom and really had a tough time raising my sister and I. So it's very dear to my heart to help women, especially if they're in a bad situation and they stay because they don't know how to make money. I mean, a lot of women stay with men because of money. So if you can become independent yourself and be in a situation because you want to be there, I think that's the ultimate goal. So that was the genesis of setting it up that way.
Now, not only do you have this telehealth online so that people all over the US can be using it, you also have some brick and mortar incredible clinics. Let's talk about those a little bit and where are they?
Oh, I love my brick and mortars because that's where I get my education. They're in Malibu and Beverly Hills, and I see a lot of patients, one-on-one patients. So I have a ton of anecdotal evidence. So I'll always keep that because I love the one-on-one relationship that I create with my patients. But we do weight loss, we do all the things, aesthetic things that we couldn't do on telehealth, Botox, fillers, plasma pen, microneedling. But we also have Pilates, EMS, and esthetician does facials, just all kinds of things.
I know that my first thing with you is like, I need to lose 20 pounds, like it won't go away. And you're like, oh, we have a GLP-1. I'm like, oh, I'm not allowed to take that.
Womp
But you
womp.
had a plan. Like you're like, that's okay, we got you. And so for those of you who are like, I don't want to take injectables, or I'm just, by the way, it's kind of fabulous. This drug is really kind of fabulous. Having said that, it's fabulous when you're learning good habits. But what I really was impressed by was your, how do we say, berberine?
Berberine.
I love that, and your NAD plus capsules.
Yeah.
So I've been taking those for 2 months now. I think it's been about 2 months, and I noticed, first of all, a glow up, but I have dropped 4 pounds. When I'm telling you, I work out regularly, I eat very well, and it just wouldn't go. And for me, it was kind of magical. Let's talk a little bit about this for people who are like, I don't know if I want to get into injectables, or I don't want to spend that kind of money because it can be a little pricey.
Sure, of course. Well, look, nothing replaces a good lifestyle. It's just basic. None of this is going to work if you don't have the basic foundation of a good, healthy, protein rich, nutrient dense diet. If you don't sleep well, if you don't keep your stress under control, none of this is going to work. Always start there. But having said that, as we age, we all become a little bit insulin resistant. So, no matter if you change what you do your whole life, that's been working your whole life, and it stops, that's because you start dealing with glucose and your insulin less efficiently. Your muscles get less signals. And it's fine to supplement with berberine or GLP-1. It's just giving you a little boost. You already have GLP-1 in your body. You already make that. It's a peptide you make. It just doesn't hang around very long. So the berberine, they like to call it nature's Ozempic. I don't like that description, but it gives people kind of a reference. It's from a plant and it just stabilizes your glucose and helps clear your bloodstream of serum. It's your serum of glucose, and that leads to weight loss. And people have had great results with it.
I did. I mean, for me, not moving for months and then seeing it move gave me new energy. Like, it's possible for me to get this extra 20 pounds off. Having said that, let's talk about some of the number one things people come to see you for.
Energy is a big one. That's a huge one, which is, could be a lot of different things, but that also is usually linked back to your diet. If somebody's eating a lot of sugar and refined foods, processed foods, you're not going to feel great. Sleep is a big one. I have a ton of weight loss patients just because I do it a little differently. I go off the protocol and I really, really work with people's diet. I don't just hand them a diet. I see what they eat every week. And little by little, every week, I change their diet so it's not overwhelming and it just becomes a habit. I do a lot of Botox, a lot of aesthetics, but that's not really where my heart is. I really love to educate people on microplastics, metals, things they're doing to make themselves toxic and not feel well. That's really where I'm happiest. And they go home and teach their family. And that really makes me happy when they do that.
You know, one of the things I got super excited about you talking about is your home microneedling. Because I was telling you, I try to do as less, a little invasive things to my skin and my body as possible. And microneedling is one of my favorite things to do. And like, if I could be doing it at home with a product that I know, like, I know a lot of people are buying things from, other countries, and you've got to be super careful because you could damage your skin. And so I sent you some stuff that I bought, and now I decided to wait.
Well, yeah, that we want to add that. So I think it's a good thing to do at home. Your
It is a
skin
good
looks
thing
amazing.
when you get the right product. Like, I'm pretty careful with my skin. And so when you get the right product, it's a good thing, but all products are not created equally, which I have learned the hard way.
Yeah, you have to be careful where you're sourcing things for sure.
100%. By the way, that was one of the things that excited me about your NAD plus was that people don't realize, and I'm going to let you explain it, how NAD works, and that people who are taking it orally, it's not working for you.
Yeah. So it's kind of a long, complicated answer, but basically, NAD gets destroyed by your stomach, the acids in your stomach. So if you're buying straight NAD in an oral form off the internet, it's pretty useless. They have other forms, NR, NMN, but those are a few molecules away from NAD, and you have to pull certain glucose and phosphate to turn into NAD. They work, but straight NAD, mine comes from South Africa, from the scientists that isolated NAD and trademarked it under a different name. And they figured out if you put it into a bullet casing, it bypasses your stomach. And then they wrapped each mineral inside of the capsule with a proprietary thing that shoves the NAD into your cell. So NAD is a big molecule and it's hard to get into your cell. My oral capsule, they figured it out. So I import it from those scientists in South Africa.
I have become a huge NAD and peptide junkie because there's so many peptides. I think of only one peptide for the skin, right? To glow you up. But there are so many different peptides that we have access to help us like thrive in our older ages. I was just telling you, like, I'm 65 years old. I'm always looking for something non-invasive,
Hmm.
something easier to use. And this whole show is about fine by design, us being able to design who we want to be today. And I am definitely not my mom at 65 or my grandmother as a matter of fact, my mom didn't make it to 65.
Oh,
So, and nor did my grandma if I think about it.
wow.
So things are changing and we don't have to like retire up and get in a rocker. We can
No.
go see Nurse Mel and get all jazzed up and feel like we're like in our 40s again.
I think the Golden Girls is the funniest example. They're younger than us on the Golden Girls. So it's really, really changing rapidly. Look at J-Lo.
Yeah.
I mean, could you have imagined that 20 years ago?
You know, one of my daughters is a huge Golden Girls fan and she put Golden Girls and Sex in the City and they were the same age bracket.
Oh my gosh.
And looked like, look what they're doing and look at the Golden Girls. So it's definitely changed. So I
Yeah.
can't wait to see what the next decade is showing us.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
It's going to totally be crazy. You know, one of the other things you have available through telehealth, which is a huge thing to me, when I got sick, I started losing my hair. Like I had to have a hysterectomy, hormonal change. I wasn't able to do hormone replacement. My hair started falling out. And when you're a woman, like that is like a core thing you cannot hide.
Yeah.
And it hurts. Like it's sad for me. But there are things that you can use, and yours was unique. It wasn't just something I bought over the counter or in a shampoo I found on TikTok. It is literally a scientific prescription that's put together, and it's specific for men, women of one age, and women of another age. Tell us a
Hmm.
little bit about that.
Yeah. So the hormone situation is different for hair loss for men and women at a certain age. So it's that we have some for under 45, over 45, and men. And those hormonal changes are all different. And it attacks the follicle as well as the hormone that is causing the hair loss. So it's great for hair loss. But also the NAD is wonderful. It's got biotin in it, which is what's in Nutrafol. Everybody's heard of Nutrafol.
Mhm.
I have a lot of people write to me saying their hair came back with just the NAD, but both are a great option.
So it's funny you should say that because I've been taking the NAD for 2 months, and I just had a hair appointment. She's like, I don't know what you're doing, but I see tons of growth in your head.
Yeah,
I'm like, thank you, but I don't know what I'm doing either.
it's the NAD.
Oh, that's amazing. But I'm still going to add the extra,
Yeah,
the little extra because we do like our hair thins as we get older, our skin thins. Like there's so many changes in our body that, yeah, we're supposed to change as we age, but we don't have to. We have control over that
we
and
have
how we
help.
want to age.
We have some boosters.
We do have some boosters. And the other thing I was super excited to look at was, first of all, I know that you were talking about B12 and that some people are not able to take it. I think I'm one of those people that doesn't absorb it correctly. I know I have a problem with vitamin D, but I think I have a problem with vitamin 12 or B12 as well.
Have you ever had your MHDR tested?
I have
It's the
not.
mutation,
I
the
have
methylation
not.
mutation.
No, but
Yeah, you
it's
should be
weird.
tested.
Vitamin D does not work well for me. It makes me sick.
Hmm,
Like I don't absorb it correctly.
hmm,
And even sitting in the sun will make me sick receiving it that way. So it's
interesting.
super weird. But I feel like vitamin B12 is the same way. So I stay away from vitamin B12 shots. But I didn't know that you could add something to it and still get
Yeah.
the effects of it instead of your body being depleted of it.
Well, you have good energy. So I have very high B12 because I have that mutation. So it's not being absorbed by my cells. So I have to supplement with methylated B12.
I do have very high energy. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I do.
You're lucky.
The longer the day goes on, you guys, the more energetic I get.
Oh
It's
my
kind of
gosh, what's your
magical.
secret?
I tell people all the time it's because I wake up in a state of joy. I'm so happy from the minute I wake up. And then the more I interact with my clients, their energy is so amazing that I just keep absorbing it. And by the end of the day, I'm like, ah,
That's wonderful. You have a good outlook.
it is wonderful. Have a near death experience. That'll give you a good outlook. It
Oh,
truly will. I'm
I need
telling you.
that story.
It's a story for another time because this is literally all about you.
Oh gosh.
I want to also touch a little bit. You have a new podcast coming out soon. I'm not sure when it's coming out. Let's talk a little bit about the podcast and what's going to be about, the things that you're hoping to touch other people with.
Well, I'm super excited about it. I guess the way they do things now is they bank
They do.
several episodes, and that's what we've been doing, 2 shows at a time. So we have quite a bit building up. It's with Heather Locklear and Jillian Barbary, and they are very entertaining. They have so many stories, it's crazy. But, so I'm kind of like the boring one in the middle. But we have people calling in, and they call in and ask me medical questions usually. But they ask us all kinds of things, all kinds of life experience things, relationship stuff, children issues. It's really the gamut. I've been very surprised at the quality of questions that come in, but it's just a lot of fun. And I think it's going to air in about 2 weeks. They're going to put it out.
The very last thing I want to cover is the most important thing that I'm excited about. I'm always excited about health and wellness, but I'm excited when we're giving other women an opportunity to build a career of their own. And you have this beautiful affiliate program with your program. I know it just has RX at the end of it. Can you
1228 RX.
1228 RX? Oh, I knew it was 1228, but then I'm like, wait, is that the supplements too? But it's 1228 RX. If you guys go to that, you can sign up as an affiliate. Let's tell them a little bit about the potential possibilities for them to build a business for themselves and supplement their income.
Yeah, thank you. So, it's available to anyone. You don't need to have a medical background. I will explain everything to the affiliates, what you need to know, but you don't need to know a lot. You just really are the connector for people you know to a doctor. We have doctors in every state. So it's really a connection. You're connecting people to easier access of things that they need. And then you make 20 to 40%. So it's a big number.
It is a big number. I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to look in the camera when I say this because it's so important. I've been doing this for 12 years now, and I get offered affiliate places all the time, positions. And I always say no. Either I work out a discount for the people I send to them so that they can get that discount. This was so unique and so special. It is the first affiliate position or thing that I ever was excited about. I signed, you didn't even know it was me signing up for it. And then I'm like, oh, I see you later today. I think you're having onboarding with me. And she's like, wait, what? So I was so excited about it. I've got my daughters excited about it. They're both doctors of natural medicine. And so they're excited about it. It's a really great opportunity. If you're thinking, like, I want to start something for myself, how do I supplement my income? You can be starting to refer people for GLP-1s, for there's so many things for the hair restoration, for
Skin.
weight loss. Like there's
Hmm.
so many things that you can be sending them to without any kind of medical background because she's got you covered. They are going to meet with a doctor. They're going to have that interview. The doctor is going to write the prescription, do the follow-up care. All you're doing is becoming a gateway to people finding out where they can get stuff safely through a medical doctor and doing it that way. So what you've done is for me incredible.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Thank you.
I'm
I'm so honored to have you.
I was super excited. Like I was like, I've never done this before. I feel like when I don't do things, it's because if I referred someone to you, I don't want them to say, oh, you're getting $15 off it. No, I really love it. But this was something so important that I wanted to show people because they gravitate towards what you do, right?
Hmm.
No, I did do this because it is amazing. And out of 12 years, and I said, no, I got to tell you just so many things. I'll support you, I'll refer to you, but I don't want to get a commission. I was so excited about this. I was immediately yes. And I've already talked about to every person I know about being affiliates and building their business through it. So I am so excited that not only that you created this opportunity for other women, but that you are like the gatekeeper of making sure it stays on board, that they're not making false claims, and that everything's done right, which we vetted before I said yes to.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, this is a big passion project. So I really appreciate you coming aboard and giving us your seal of approval. Thank you.
I think you're going to get a lot of seals of approval. I think it's going to be very big for you. And I'm going to tell all of you guys that anything you need is going to be in the links. You just go grab it, go over there, check it out. You're going to get onboarded. It's not like they're just going to send you a bunch of paperwork. They'll onboard you. They'll go through the whole system with you, either in a group or on your own. And they'll teach you how to use the back office. It's kind of amazing. Your personal touch was really special.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think of it as a family.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Like it was a group of women that were in a community that were doing better.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for setting it up.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for
Appreciate
being
it.
on the show.
Thank you for having me.